Ever since the start of the stay-at-home order, I have found myself with a lot more time on my hands. Throughout the day, I'd periodically turn on the TV and find myself watching Game Show Network. This really got me thinking over the past few weeks, which game show is the best? Now, ever since the first television game show, which was the Spelling Bee and created in 1938, there has been an explosion in the interest and development of game shows. Ranging from Jeopardy to Big Brother to Four Weddings, there is a variety of different games that viewers have taken interest throughout the years. But only one game show has remained on television the longest and has captured viewers' excitement and participation throughout the years. In this speech, I'll focus mainly on regular game shows and not reality game shows because those are more focused on the players and their relationship with other individuals instead of just purely the games. So over this time, I've come to the conclusion that The Price is Right is the best game show. And I've determined this on 3 different factors, which would be the prizes / look of the show, viewer participation, and the host. So I'll start with the prizes and look of the show. According to ManicExpression.com, in a review of what makes a good game show, it is stated that colorful appearances and larger prizes make viewers like game shows more. So I've agreed with this statement. I believe that viewers find it more entertaining when the participants on the show are competing for a larger prize. No one wants to watch someone compete for $5. They'd rather see someone go home with a huge car or a lot of money and a trip. They find it much more entertaining when they can imagine themselves also receiving great prizes. On another note, the look of the show is also very important. You want a show that has much more color. It makes it much more entertaining for the viewer. It's more pleasing to the eyes instead of one stale color. And I found these single color themes to be in a few recent game shows, such as 25 Words or Less. That game focuses mostly on a bland background with the color blue, as well as Let's Make a Deal. That game show also uses the color gray and blue a lot throughout their show, whereas The Price is Right uses pretty much every color of the rainbow throughout their show. You can see it in the games, in the studio decorations, and in their logo. They do a very good job at incorporating the colors throughout their show. Next, we have viewer playability. So, according to bbcnews.com, the main thing is that people can play along at home. You have the same constraints as the contestants as they do on the show and you at home. So it's very important to have the viewers at home be able to root for and see themselves playing for the prizes as well. So because people can play at home, they'll be more inclined to watch the television shows instead of games where it's like Pictionary or you need multiple people or there's continuous answers. That makes it really hard to play at home because people watching, they don't have those things with them, or they just have to watch the people play instead of being able to guess themselves. Now, game shows like Price is Right, everyone knows the prices of products through the stores, so they can guess as well. Although the show does have some games like Plinko where the viewers cannot participate as well, they can still watch, and there's usually always a price component involved in the games that the viewers can still watch. It's also important that these shows have the audience help the contestants. That brings more of a sense of community into the show, unlike shows like 25 Words or Less where the audience cannot help the contestants. So viewer playability is important because people will want to watch the show so that they can also have the feeling of helping and see themselves giving the prize. Now, my third component was that the host is the next important thing. It's also the key factor that is bringing people back to watching the game shows. So, according to The Hollywood Reporter, the 4 T's to a good game show host are tenderness, therapist, tasking, and temperament. So, the host of The Price is Right best fits all of these categories. Drew Carey has a welcoming personality and has a long-standing history with the game. He knows what he's doing and how to bring in other people and make the audience feel comfortable. He does a good job at consulting people who don't win at their games, and by making them feel good that they still have a chance at the bonus round and by spinning the wheel. He also is a very kind person, and many people go to the game show just to meet him. So there are some game shows, such as Jeopardy, where the host has less interaction with the players, and it makes for a more stale feeling of the show. People tend to like the game shows where the host gets to make jokes and interact with the contestants instead of just having a quick interview of them once in a while. So, the main factors that make a great game show would be the prizes and the look of the show, the viewer playability, and the host. The Price is Right is the best game show because it exceeds the most in all of these categories. The next time you tune into Game Show Network, I hope you see how your favorite games fit into these categories and why The Price is Right exceeds all other game shows at what it does.